Oscar Bevis for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm here today at the Box Set Film Festival launch at Jack Solomon's gym in Piccadilly Circus, and I'm joined by Spencer the Knowledge Fearon. Spencer, like I said, you're the knowledge. You must know a lot about stuff that's gone on in this gym.
Yeah, it's an incredible history. What Jack Solomon did, you had great men. Muhammad Ali trained down there. Sugar Ray Robinson visited here in 1951 in brief preparation for his fight with Randolph Turpin. There's so many. I could go back and speak on so many things. But yeah, boxing is fantastic. But you just told me some sad news, so I just feel sick right now. I ain't gonna lie to you, right?
Yeah,
trust me.
I'm sure the people who watch him will know by the time this is put out what that news is. I mean,
you know what?
There's not words you can give for it. It's that simple.
You can't. You can't. You know what I mean? And not only that, boxing is very, very serious. And I didn't even know the seriousness of that fight. So I didn't think it was anything serious. I thought, it happens, cool that you fight, so what, no big thing. And then the man's died. Do you know what I mean? So I actually feel like shit right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really do feel like shit. You know what I mean? Human life's human life. Do you know what I mean? We are all energy. And when you start realizing that we are all energy, it does it. It gets to me, man. Let's talk about something else. I beg, man. Alright?
Definitely. I just want to recap the card from the weekend. Of course, a big pay-per-view card, topped by Whyte, Oscar Rivas. Good fights all the way down the bill. We'll start with the main event. Dillian sort of dominated, was dropped, and then Rivas didn't really come on perhaps like we thought he would after dropping Dillian. Comfortable in the end.
I think Dillian Whyte is a very, very improved human being, and he is testimony to never letting other people try and dictate your future, your reality. That you could be in control of your own future and your reality. And I think like how Dillian Whyte boxed, it was very, very pleasing to see. Like the longer they're taking for him to get a world title shot is actually in effect better for him, because he's constantly improving. He's constantly improving. He's learning the game, and he's a very, very good student of the game. So all the credit in the world should be given to Dillian Whyte.
You sort of saw a different side to Dillian. You think that's fair to say?
Pardon me?
That we saw a different side to Dillian in terms of boxing.
Yeah, because he's boxing now. I think he was administering the double jab really well. He knew that a very, very key shot for him was going to be the uppercut, and he was throwing rights and left uppercuts. And certain times he was throwing uppercuts in close and coming with the left hook. And then when Rivas would come on top on him, he would. It's really difficult to think. I ain't gonna lie. You've kind of really thrown me back, telling me about the death of Messi yesterday. I ain't gonna lie to you. He boxed very intellectual, and even when he was hurt, he was still in control. Like he went down, he's kind of looked over to his corner, like, I'm all right. I know I'm all right, and kind of shook it off. And so all the credit in the world to Dillian Whyte, man. I think he's gonna do some excellent things in the future as well.
Since Dillian's gone more mainstream and signed to Sky Sports, it's probably the strangest time in his career, in that he's now sort of waiting out for the WBC mandatory fight. Sort of what I spoke to Craig Richards earlier, who said that perhaps he should drop a level from Oscar Rivas and not go too risky. Sort of the next fight for Dillian's.
Well, there's nobody. Who else is saying less risky? Who else is there going to be that you're going to say is going to be risky for him? I think because he's due to fight in November, so Pulev would be there. Povetkin could be there for him. So you got to think, who else is going to be like that risky? All the other guys who are there for him have got world title crowns. You know what I mean? So I would say like there's going to be no one more riskier than who he faced on the weekend. That guy was an unbeaten fighter. That guy had 18 knockouts going in, come off a very, very good performance, and he came out victorious. So I think, like, you know, there was no. Who else is there? So like I'm saying, Pulev or Povetkin. If those fights, either of those fights, I think that'd be fitting and rewarding for Dylan, because I think he'd come out victorious in that as well.
I'm not sure this is one that a lot of people might get behind, but we saw Dave Allen, David Price at the weekend, and David Price boxed well, got behind the jab and sort of nullified Dave Allen completely. Could them two potentially meet, or is that
I would like to see David Price fight Derek Chisora.
Okay.
That would be a really good fight. That would be a fight that should have happened maybe 5 years ago and didn't happen. But now we're seeing a rejuvenated David Price. I think they should actually make that fight, and I'd be grateful to see that fight as well.
What did you make of both of those guys at the weekend, Price and of course Chisora knocking out Spilker in 2 rounds?
Listen, everyone's saying afterwards, oh well, Spilker was done, his legs were bad and this and that. We didn't know that his legs were bad. Listen, props to Dave Caldwell, who's kind of got into his head a little bit, and he's going out there and he's fighting like he's a boss now. He's fighting like he's the A-side. He's not fighting. There's times where Derek Chisora is fighting like he's feeling sorry for himself, and Derek Chisora is not feeling sorry for himself right now, and that's really good.
Another bit of news from Saturday away from the actual fight was an announcement of another fight. The press conference was on Monday. Vasyl Lomachenko, Luke Campbell's going to be at the O2 in London. If we're putting it bluntly, 95% of the British public and 95% of the boxing public actually is saying, look, Vasyl Lomachenko wins this, and perhaps quite comfortably. But
where do you get your odds from? I just think, listen, everyone's just jumping.
I've heard you make a case for Luke Campbell.
I'm not. My case isn't for Luke Campbell. My case is for the British public to get behind Luke
100%,
Campbell.
yeah, 100%.
Right? Simple fact that he's an Olympian. He's an Olympic gold medalist. He's taken his lumps and bumps. You know what I mean? He gave Jorge Linares one hell of a fight. You know what I mean? And especially when he was going through the emotional demise of losing your father. I know what that's like. I've lost my old man. So I think he should be given credit for stepping up and wanting to. You got to think, you're in boxing. You want to challenge yourself. You want to. So okay, then it's a massive ask. Okay, it is a massive ask. But I've seen fighters in the past go up against massive asks. You know what I mean? September 1986, Lloyd Hannigan versus Donald Curry. Donald Curry was the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. So you have to, you got to step forward. So Luke Campbell is stepping forward. So he's not going to be in the same place. So regardless, whatever happens of the result, if you have decided within yourself to step forward, you've decided to step forward. You haven't been forced to step forward. He's stepping forward. He's going to be in condition. One thing I do know is that Shane McGuigan studies the game. Would have sat down and studied the style of him fighting or how he fights. You know what I mean? And they'll try to come with a game plan. But it's going to be very, very difficult trying to come to a game plan against somebody who is multifaceted in the pugilistic arts like Lomachenko. It's going to be difficult. But the British public should be getting behind this guy because he's stepping forward, right? Because if you're the punk that says, I don't want to mix with him, we say, look at this little punk, what are you fighting for? No, he's stepping up for them. And not only is he stepping up, you can't talk to Luke Campbell and think that Luke Campbell doesn't think he's going to win. He's going there with a mindset that he's going to win. So regardless of the result, he's going there with a mindset he's already won. Simple as that.
I mean, no one can discredit Luke going to America to fight Linares and now Lomachenko over here. He's not sort of looking for a simpler route to a world title.
Right.
If you were to sort of devise a game plan that you could see would help beat Lomachenko, of course, Luke's taller, he's rangy, he's a southpaw. Sort of what would trouble Lomachenko? What could get under Lomachenko?
What I think would trouble Lomachenko offsets people, so he doesn't allow people to double or even triple jab because you think something's going to come at you. You know what I mean? And you don't know what's going to come at you. You just know something's going to come at you. Sometimes he pulls, he throws shots from here, he throws shots from weird angles, right? So quite simple. Tight guard and straight 1-2s to the top of the chest. Because Luke Campbell's a taller of the two, it's top of the chest, and trying to minister to drop down the straight left hand from his southpaw position, and constantly fighting at a busy step. Don't try and throw one shot at Lomachenko, but try to throw multiple shots because one of them eventually is going to catch him. You got to think about it. It's not like we've seen Lomachenko go down. He got put down against Jorge Linares. So I've seen Lomachenko get hit with shots and get hurt, right? But the thing is, he's so tough. Like he gets hurt. He's saying, "All right, watch what I'm going to do to you." But that's what Luke Campbell's going to have to do. You know what I mean? Don't try and be scientific with this guy because you can come out second best. And we've seen things like this time and time again. You know what I mean? Marvin Hagler versus Sugar Ray Leonard, April 6, 1987. What did Hagler, the first 3 rounds, tried to box with Sugar Ray Leonard? You know what I mean? And he tried to beat Sugar Ray Leonard at mind games by trying to box orthodox with him. So what he's got to do is not try and overcompensate to try and shorten the gulf in class. What he should do is be tight guard and like snappy shots down the middle and burst off shots. And if he does that, you know what I mean? Please God, he's going to have relative success.
I mean, like you said, Jorge Linares dropped Vasily Lomachenko. Do you think there's anything that Luke Campbell can take of perhaps how not to approach the fight in the way that Anthony Crawler did, sort of walking forward with the guard up? And do you think there's anything you can take perhaps from that?
Well,
of what to avoid?
You know what? Teofimo Lopez, the lightweight contender, said recently that don't write off Luke Campbell. And I rate Teofimo Lopez. I think he's a very, very good fighter. He boxed a few days ago and got a win against a tough Japanese kid. So Maskanaki. So I'm saying like he's a person that I listen to because he sparred a lot with Luke Campbell, and he was saying like it's not going to be that easy for Lomachenko, and that's what he's saying. We are looking at something special, very, very special inside Lomachenko. Don't get twisted and say that we're not. We are looking at something special, but I would think that the thing that he's got to take is to go in there a little bit more. And there's no disrespect to Crawler because Crawler's my guy, but I think Crawler did have confidence issues going into that fight. Whereas I think as long as he can keep it 100% positive and have people around him who are positive, then it's only going to give you a positive result.
Okay, well, Spencer, I'm going to leave it there. Is anything else you'd like to add before we go?
You know what? Nothing else, man. You know what I mean? It's just hearing the loss of life. As I do, I've been holding it in, and thank God I've got glasses. I'm gonna say keep it peace, 2 fingers. Waiting for all the hate comments that I get on the comment section on IFL. But I'm just telling everyone, just keep it 100% positive. You know what I mean? Just keep it 100% positive, and that's it.
Spencer,
Step forward.
Thank you for speaking to IFL TV.